Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Today I am also doing a fashion video for you guys, and we're going to be speaking about style. What makes you effortlessly stylish and what makes you just like ooze style within your fashion sense and your fashion wardrobe and everything in between. So first things first, I think proportions are very important. Proportions and silhouettes in your clothing and your outfits. So we're talking how you pair your items, just like the overall shape of your outfit and how flattering it looks, just like the angles and the measurements. It has to be the right angle. So just like noticing your proportions, noticing your measurements, the silhouettes that your outfits gives off is very telling if a person has style. It could be anything within your outfit in terms of fitting as well, like how does the clothing fit you, how tight is your clothing, how big is your clothing, does it go hand in hand with your body type, is it too tight, is it too oversized? So there's a limit and there's a range within that. I feel like it's safer to go oversized than to go too tight. Like for example, skinny jeans are considered to not be flattering in this day and age just because of how tight they look on a person's body. It's better to go for an oversized look. It looks more stylish within the fashion scene than something that is too tight. So measurements play a very big role. A person who has a knowledge of measurements, proportions, and a silhouette, I consider the person to be very stylish. Less accessories. I know in the fashion scene, it's very important to accessorize, to express yourself through accessories. But I feel like there's just like this sense of coolness and this sense of effortlessness. If a person has less accessories within their outfits, it kind of gives off that they don't need to prove a point. They don't need to accessorize for the outfit to speak. The outfit is speaking for itself in a sense. I consider people who have less accessories to be very stylish and to be very comfortable within their outfits, and they just give off that confidence of not trying too hard. I'm not saying people who accessorize trying too hard, but those people are expressing themselves more. So I feel like people who don't accessorize are kind of expressing themselves through the simplicity of their outfits, and they're opting for more minimalism. You know what I mean? So minimalism, less accessories, minimalistic, and being kind of basic, but also having an outfit that's elevated. People who wear elevated basics, which we've been seeing a lot in this year. So just kind of having that 90s basics. You know, in the 90s, the fashion scene was very much simplified basics. People will still have that fashion opinion of being less expressive with their outfits, are very effortless, and they come off as more stylish. Another thing that makes you more effortlessly stylish is following trends. I know this may sound very ironic and controversial because trends are kind of like what everyone is wearing, but I feel like if you have that sense of relevance in the fashion scene, it's very important for your style and to be considered stylish, because you are knowledgeable about what's happening, what's in, what's not. So having that sense of relevancy within your style and how you dress yourself comes off as very stylish. So knowing when to hop on a trend and knowing when not to hop on a trend, knowing the limits to using trends to benefit your style, and knowing when to stop. Following trends and being relevant, but not too much, but just the right amount, while still keeping to your style and your true authentic self. Outfit repeating. I would say outfit repeating is very telling that a person is very stylish, because they kind of just know what they want, and having a favorite piece or having a favorite clothing item that you know looks good on you and working around that outfit to build continuous outfits, it just like shows that you know what looks good on you. You've been doing this for a while and you kind of just learned your proportions, you learned the look that you're trying to give off, and you're repeating the same sense of outfits. You know your style and you know your fashion sense. So outfit repeating is very telling. It's the number one thing that tells that a person has style and is effortless. They just look good in what they style themselves in, and they're using that to their advantage. I recommend outfit repeating. I feel like also being knowledgeable, and with knowledge comes research. So a person who, just like I said, knows their body type and looks for inspo within the people who have the same body type as them, let's say on Pinterest for example, it's very, very, very crucial to kind of look for people with the similar body type like you in order to get a sense of how you can style things and how you can go around and see what looks good on different body types. Not saying certain clothing is off limits for certain body types, not at all. It's just like it will build your confidence. So having and grabbing inspiration and inspo and fashion inspo from people with the same aesthetic and same vibe and same body type and within the same style frame helps you to elevate your style and to better your style. I would really recommend going on Pinterest and filtering the way that you consume the content there, filtering within your inspo and seeing the people that resonate with you and just kind of grabbing a few inspo from them there and there. It gives you a sense of confidence in seeing that and seeing what you like and seeing what works for them as well within their outfits so that you can also incorporate it in your own outfits. Color palettes. So color palettes is very important in the fashion industry and in the fashion scene because you need to know what colors and the tones, what to pay, what not to pay. I feel like there's no certain rules. It just like kind of works on your individual perspective. So knowing which colors that work together, knowing what to pair and seeing how that works. Colors, fabrics go hand in hand. So having that sense of knowledge of the colors and seeing what looks good on you, it kind of gives off that you know what you're doing. I always like analyze people and their outfits, and some people just get it right in terms of color. I've been seeing a lot of neutrals recently, so pairing neutrals together, like your browns, your navies, grays, colors that don't usually get paired together. So taking that risk, not in a very bold way, but in a very subtle way. So pairing like unique colors in a way that is very subtle and not bold and not loud. Yeah, just knowing how to get it right within colors and pairings and tones and fabrics. Just having that initial idea of pairing colors in your outfits. Another thing that I wanted to point out is taking note of the little details. I feel like stylish people and the people that I consider stylish always like pay attention to the little details. For example, if a person is wearing like a t-shirt, maybe a t-shirt and a jacket, and having a t-shirt showing underneath the jackets like at the right amount, or the way that they cuff their jeans at the bottom or at their ankles, or the way that they pair or layer their outfits is very like stylish to me. And I feel like people who have that a good eye for detail in their outfits are very like stylish. So pay attention and have a very good eye for the way that you put together your outfit, the way that you layer, the way that your t-shirt lies, or the way that your color shows in your cardigan, or just like the subtle details that people don't usually pay attention to. It's very important if you want to elevate your style, and I feel like those people who have that are very stylish. Wearing fashion designer brands with no tags and without telling, like for example, if you're wearing pieces from The Row or pieces from another fashion designer brand which doesn't have any labels, maybe like Fendi or like Louis Vuitton. So fashion that is very quiet, but also if you a person who wears designer or a person who wears brands a lot, I feel like not having that known or not having that as an initial look or first impression, if a person is looking at your outfits, is very, very stylish to me. You just kind of have them looking at your outfits and the way that you pair it first. Then they can say, oh, I know this top is from The Row, I know this cardigan, I know this jacket is from this place and this place. So not focusing on brands, but the material and the pieces first rather than the brand. I feel like luxury is good for people who want to show off the brands that they're wearing. That's perfectly okay, but also it's kind of like seeing your artistic way of building your outfits as a first impression is very, very good rather than seeing the brand itself. I would say quiet fashion, which I don't like to use as a term because I don't know, there's a lot of ambiguity within that quiet fashion, loud fashion topic, but you get what I mean. Just being subtle and showing us your creativity and the way that you build your outfits before putting brands and fashion designers into that. Last point to point out is just being well kept, wearing clothing items that are very like neatly ironed or just like straightened out or clean. Just having that clean look on you is very, very telling that you're a stylish person. I should have put that in the number one point because you just kind of see if you come across a person who's well kept, who has good proportions and who looks clean, they just like come off as very, very stylish in my opinion. So just like having a very well kept wardrobe. If you're wearing a shirt, you know, let's see that crisp. If you're wearing pants, let's see that crisp. Just like, yeah, being well kept. We spoke about proportions, silhouettes, we spoke about color patterns, color palettes, we spoke about less accessories, your elevated basics, we spoke about having a keen eye for details, we spoke about doing your research and taking inspo from people with the same views, body types, and different filters as you and people who resonate with you. Outfit repeating, wearing less designer or designer but not really like in your face designer. There's a lot of other points that I haven't mentioned, but those are the important ones that I have right now and take note of if you want to elevate your style and become more effortlessly stylish. But also that's just like my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Some will agree, some will not agree. That is perfectly fine. And within me saying all these things, I'm not saying that the opposite is wrong. For example, people who accessorize more, that's just like different. Let me know what you guys think as well in the comments. Stay tuned for more because I'm going to be creating more fashion content. That's what I enjoy doing. That's what you guys enjoy seeing from me. So if you have any recommendations that you want to see, put them down below. There's my Instagram as well. Follow me on my Instagram and TikTok and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for being here.